So we mentioned data. Let's see how that works. So in Echo, you can actually manage all the data that is associated with your assets. So each content, so the skyscraper or the image, has metadata associated with it that you can change and basically stream through the cloud as well. We have the subscription page that basically allows you to monitor how much bandwidth, storage, and API calls you're making, basically how much you and your users are kind of using the application. You can monitor locations, what servers are using and kind of serving your application. Remember, we added that content in Canada and New York, so we have that here. Here's the image in New York, or that Arctic Fox in kind of Canada, so we can see everything here in the distribution of users as well. We can kind of monitor the security application, add multiple users and kind of collaborators to our project. In the insights page, we can actually see how your application is performing. So what content is being streamed. So now we just streamed the Empire State Building. So we see this kind of surge in usage, and basically monitor how your application is doing. If you're building something, again, going back to the example of e-commerce, if you have two couches, one is green, one is red, you can basically have a bunch of couches together and kind of see which one sells the most, the green couch or the red couch. You can monitor your users across the world, where users are coming from. You can convert and compress data. So for example, if you decide this 3D model, you want it to convert it to a 2D thumbnail, or you want to convert it to a different format, or that you want it to be decimated and compressed by 43%, you can literally do that just with a few clicks. And that model will kind of result in a smaller sized model. Same with images and videos that you can kind of compress and convert to different platforms and different file formats. You can edit assets inside the console. So let's say Christmas is coming up and we want to change our assets to reflect the Christmas spirit. Basically inject seasonal content and change content based on periodic updates. So we can go literally inside the Echo platform and then decide that we want this building to become, let's say, red instead of green. So let's try to do that. Hopefully it will load. Let's see. If not, I'll come back up later. Yeah, screen isn't loading. That's okay. But you can basically in this screen kind of change textures and change the animations of content really with just a few clicks. Let's give it a sec. If it doesn't, I'll just move on. That's okay. In the customize page, you can basically overlay the data with kind of buttons and interactions and your logo, add music, add a background, basically allowing, if you're, let's say, again, building an NFT example or e-commerce example or a game, you can basically add buttons and information on top of the application, your logo, something like buy now or whatever. In the tutorial page, we have so many examples for you to choose from that are all kind of open source and things that you can build with Echo. We already discussed some of these examples. So all of them are here, things that you can build for art or here's a cool example of a makeup tutorial that one of our engineers built. Really, really cool and engaging stuff around image tracking and model tracking, and really, really cool kind of stuff that you can build, all open source for you to use for free. So definitely check that out. Another example is our inspiration page that is filled with amazing examples of what people have built with Echo, from NFTs to home design to art installations. Really, really cool and engaging stuff. It's all here. And basically things around AR and VR and COVID and all these kind of amazing things that our community have built. If you build something with Echo, let us know in the Slack channel and we'll be happy to feature you as well, to basically show the community what you've built. So definitely check out this page as well. Okay, so let's recap. What did we see so far and what we're going to see next? So we saw how you can upload content really easily. We saw you can kind of drag and drop some content, choose content, and then see it automatically on your face, on the floor, on an image. And we saw a lot of examples of how to use augmented virtual reality in the world and how to kind of inject 3D content in different use cases. Everything we did so far was very non-technical. Drag and dropping stuff, playing around with the console. And that's, again, something that we really kind of pride ourselves in, how easy it is to build applications really, really quickly. But now let's move into a more technical portion of the kind of talk that uses a game engine and streams data from Echo to that game engine to basically build a fully fledged VR experience or a game. It's going to be a little more technical, so kind of bear with me. If you have any questions, kind of